NittanyLionRoar with Extreme Panda here, and there's a new feature in Empires and Puzzles, and that is the costume chamber. So we've got this for the first time. It's on the right hand side of my screen, so I'm going to go ahead and do some summons today to show you what this is like. Now, these are basically just a new iteration of the same old rare, epic, and legendary heroes that already existed. So you can see we have some featured costumes here, and that's a costume for June, and that's a costume for Sonya. But you have a chance to pull a costume for really any hero, like here's Lyanna, the Noble Guardian. This is Vivica, Tyrum, and so on and so on. So there's Sonya. And how these work is that it allows you to level a new version of the hero. Now what I've noticed about these costumes are that they make the hero a little bit better. Not a whole lot, in fact. They really resemble their old version quite a bit, but just with some improved stats and things. So, for example, we have June, and if you look at his base numbers, the attack, defense, and health, they're a little bit better than regular June. But you can see that he does a lot of what he did before, which is that he deals 488% damage to the target. The target gets negative 35% accuracy for 4 turns. And that's very similar to what you saw before, but just a little bit improved. So they're kind of meant to bring the old heroes up to speed with some of the new event heroes and heroes of the months that have been released. But here's the other thing. Have you noticed this? That the class has changed. So instead of being a monk, which I believe in base June is, he's a fighter when you put this costume on him. That should make creating defenses a little bit easier, because then you're going to, see, June was a monk before, so when you put his costume on, it makes him a fighter. So this should make building defenses a little bit easier because you can mix and match a little bit better. Here's the thing, so like, I already spent some free gems, or the free, not gems, but the keys or whatever you get, these things, these costume keys. I already spent some keys. Oh, cool. That's actually an alright deal here. I might want to do this. But I already spent some keys to get a costume, and I got Tiburtus and Sonya. So if I go to Tiburtus, you can see I've got this Tiburtus here. Here's his regular version. When you put the costume on, it puts him back to tier 1. You have to level him back up again. And they say they reduce the ascension costs a little bit. I haven't actually done it to know what it is yet. But you're going to have to level it up again from there. But here's the cool thing is you can switch it back and forth between the regular one and the one with the costume anytime you want. You can see original Tiburtus is a ranger. No idea why, because he's got a sword. But whatever. New Tiburtus, what did they call him? The Duke of Rock. He's a paladin. And so, that's what that looks like. See, again, this is either a fully leveled Tiburtus or I have to start over with the costume. Okay? So when we go back here, you can get this for 3 stars, 4 stars, or 5 stars. If we open up the information panel, I'm going to show you once again, look how low the percentages are for the legendary costumes. It's only 2.5% for a legendary costume that's non-featured. It means that out of 100 pulls, you should get not quite 3. You can expect 2, maybe 3 out of 100 pulls. And I mean, 100 pulls is a lot. I'm only going to do about 40 today, so I might get 1 5-star costume, and it might not even match a 5-star hero that I actually have. But the featured, legendary featured costumes, you get a 1.5% chance for. So you are more likely to get one of the 5-starred featured heroes. Today it's June and Sonya. You're more likely to get that than any of the other 5-star costumes in particular, like if you're looking for a particular one. But the chances just still aren't good. I wouldn't expect to get these 5-star costumes unless you're doing a massive amount of pulls, hundreds of pulls, to get the one that you want. So really, you're just going to get a lot of 3 and 4 star costumes. I'm okay with that. Whatever. I would like to get some legendary costumes that match the heroes that I have, but we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm going to do 40 of these. Alright, so we actually got one of the 5 stars already. The 5 star that we got here is for Sonya. Now what's funny is I don't even have a Sonya, so I can't do anything with this costume. But that's kind of cool. I do have a Sonya, and I don't have a Liju, believe it or not, because I just fed them all away. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so a lot of these are the repeats of what I already got, but I did get a Rigard, which is kind of nice. That's kind of interesting. I kind of still like the regular Rigard better. Alright, so at this point, I feel like this is on replay. These are just basically all the same ones I've already gotten, except for Boldtusk is kind of a new one. And his special is about the same as before. It's going to end up being a little bit higher. Like, I think when he's all max, he's going to heal a little bit better. I'm not positive on that, but looks like this one's a monk, though, instead of a fighter. Alright, so really nothing special out of that one. I don't even have a Skittle Skull, so... Alright, well, you got to see me getting a Sonya. I really was hoping to get a June, because I do have a June I could use the costume for. But this is the one I got. Maybe one day I'll get an Sonya. In fact, I've got 15 heroes in my TC20 to collect. I wonder if I have an Sonya in there waiting for me. Let's go ahead and keep leveling up my Alice so that I can make space. Oops. Where is she? There she is. And then I'll see if I get Sonya from the training camp. Okay. And training camp 20 results. Alright, nothing special from there either. Okay, well, I'm glad you got to see me get at least one 5-star hero costume. Maybe I'll get more in the future. I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably not going to do a ton of pulls of those, but was just curious to see what it was like on the first day. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.